Niabi Zoo is raising money right now to bring a new and exciting animal species to the zoo and the community. We're talking about white rhinos. Joel Vanderbrush, he is the curator of conservation education at the zoo, is joining us right now via Zoom to tell us more about how anyone watching can help out. Thanks for joining us.
It's my pleasure to be here.
So how's the fundraising campaign going, and let's talk about the need for these rhinos.
Sure. I mean, the fundraising campaign is going really well. We started the campaign actually back in December, and within that time, we're already halfway to our goal of reaching $100,000, and that was originally from like mailers and social media and online donations. And that's a great start, but there's still a long way to go to get to the finish line here in the new year.
So let's talk about the conservation status of the rhinos as we continue to try to generate and get more fundraising going here.
Sure. There are 5 species of rhinos, and all of them are in pretty big trouble because of 2 major threats. The big one being habitat loss from human expansion, but then even a more direct threat is wildlife trade. And so, rhinos are illegally hunted for their horns, but sometimes they're also legally hunted for trophies, which is pretty sad given the state of all of them, because 4 of those 5 species are critically endangered and vulnerable to extinction. And the 5th one is the white rhino, and that one, less than 50 southern white rhinos existed in the early 1900s. But thanks to conservation efforts by both field biologists and here in zoos, that population has recovered to just over 18,000 animals. But that's not the case for one of the subspecies, which is the northern white rhino, which actually went extinct just 2 years ago in 2018. And one of its cousins, the western black rhino, is another subspecies that actually went extinct in 2011. So the threat is pretty big for all of the species of rhinos.
Still endangered. And let's talk about the new habitat. When will it be coming? Where will it be located?
Sure. So the new habitat space is actually going to be where the Bactrian camels were. So it's pretty much front and center at the zoo, and that's across from the gift shop and right near the train station. In fact, if you're riding the train, it'll be the first animals that you see as you pull out of the station there. We expect to have at least one of those 2 rhinos here by late spring, early summer, and that would be a male. And then we're hoping for a female to be coming in a little bit later in the year, so that we'll be able to establish a breeding pair.
Where will they be coming from? Do
Do
we know where they're coming from yet?
We're working on that, and we have a good general idea as to where they'll be coming from, but those details still have to get finalized.
Let's talk about with COVID mitigations. We know that there were some scaled back hours for the zoo. Are they still scaled back right now? Let's talk about that. And we learn so much every time we go to the zoo. We bring our kids to the zoo about all the different animals there. Where can we learn more right now about the rhinos and how we can help out?
Sure. So with the COVID mitigations, that really depends on what happens by April, because we'll open up on April 10th to our members and then April 11th to the rest of the public. So it really depends on what happens between now and the next 3 months as to what level of opening we'll be able to be in. But, we're prepared to open the same way that we closed at the end of last season with, the limitations on, guest numbers and 25% capacity and all of that. But we're at least far more prepared this year in knowing what to expect either way, whether it's with mitigations or without. But of course, the important thing is for us to get rhinos here, we still have some fundraising that we need to do. And so we have this charity auction that we're going to be doing online for the first time ever. And that's coming up on February 1st through the 10th. And this online auction is going to have lots of unique items right here from the zoo, but also from a lot of our community partners and supporters. So also, if there are any businesses out there that would still like to donate an item or a service to the auction, they just got to contact us here at the zoo by the end of the week, and we can still get your items onto the auction block. But otherwise, just tune into the auction from our website, which is just niabizoo.com. And right there's a button right on the front page, and you could probably find some pretty amazing Valentine's gifts or just treat yourself and your family.
All right, Joel, thank you so much. We'll have all that information on our website, ourquadcities.com. We're back right after this.